Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Omega Jolteon, and we are here for UBC Season 6, Week 3. We are taking on Andrew, RB15, and the Cincinnati Bengallades. Check him out in the description below. He's a very good friend of mine. I've known him for a bit now, and he's a really nice guy. Very solid player in the format, definitely. He's definitely a really good player and a big threat going into Week 3. Currently, we are 2-0, I believe, with a plus 3 differential. If the hacks and chokes and went our way, I think we could be like plus 6 or 7. But I'm definitely not gonna complain about a 2-0 record. But yeah, we have a tough opponent in our week 3. We are taking on Andrew, and let's go over his team. His team consists of. My team consists of Infernape, Thundy, Mew, Nidoqueen, Mega Aerodactyl, Superior, Alolan Ninetales, Alolan Persian, Druddigon, Kingler, Ferroseed, and Munchlax. And his team consists of Landorus, Therian, Rotom, Wash, Mega Scizor, Arcanine, Florges, Azelf, Tyrantrum, Virizion, Staraptor, Lanoon, and Alolan Graveler. Now, Zmons are a Thundy and a Lando. Looking at the matchup, I actually feel like I have another very pretty good matchup. It's definitely more even, I think, than the other two matchups. But I feel like I'm pretty confident going in this game. But definitely Andrew's a good player, so yeah, it's gonna be tough. But biggest threats on his team, definitely his offense. It's basically offense versus offense. His offense is really good versus me. But I think I prepped very well for all of his offensive threats with my bulk and my offense as well. But stuff like Lando T, it can be like Z-Fly variant, Double Dance. Really, if you look at my team on paper, it really just body bags me. On paper, I get 6-0'd by the set. Yeah, basically that. Scarf itself is a really good bring versus me. It outspeeds all my Scarfers besides Arrow. It outspeeds everything on my team besides speed tying Alolan Persian. Tyrantrum's a huge threat. Don't have great rock resist. Staraptor's a huge threat. Definitely Scarf. Scarf if he brings that to check the SERP. Lanoon is a huge threat. I've seen it in all my mocks, and yeah, it's really solid versus me. I'm definitely forced to bring a Cheelon variant something for that. So yeah, his bulk is pretty decent versus me. Arcanine Florges pretty nice core together, and yeah, he has some really good offense versus me. But my offensive threats basically do the same thing to him, I think. And I think his offense is good versus me, but not to the point that it can straight up 6-0 me if I prep well versus it. So yeah, let's go into my prep. My first mon I'm bringing is a nice Fat Ape, my Moxie and Firm Blake. Flamethrower, Vacuum Wave, Toxic Slack Off. This is my Scissor Check. Definitely one of the best Scizor checks in the game. I did not want to leave myself vulnerable to Scizor. I didn't want my Thundy to be my only check because that's going to be one of my win cons this game. So I don't want that to be the Scizor check. And Ape has a pretty good defensive matchup. Check stuff like Arcanine as well. If he's like a offensive Life Orb Arcanine, then I can definitely swear it down with Rocky Helmet, Toxic Slack Off. And Flamethrower is just a nice stab. Vacuum Wave for stuff like Tyrantrum. And yeah, this is just like I said, generally my my Scizor check. I could take on Virizion decently well as get Rocky Helmet. Pretty sure Close Combat might 2KO me if it's like boosted, but I didn't really do the calc. I wasn't really expecting Virizion to come this game. I don't think it had the best matchup, but yeah, just nice priority with Toxic and Slack Off. Very solid versus team. My main Scizor check, like I said. And yeah, next mon is my Thundy T, Double Dance Thundy T. This is definitely my win count in this game. Look at his team. He doesn't really have a good check at all. His best check defensively is like a Florges. And that gets, if I predict that correctly, I can bop that thing with a Gigavolt Havoc at +2. If it weakened on the Florges, and this basically wins. If it brings along Graveler, it could be a bit of annoyance. Virizion can take a hit, but yeah, basically the only thing that can take a hit. Maybe like Spit Off Rotom. I don't know, but if I chip his team down just a bit, get up my rocks, I should be good to go with a Dual Dance Lendy. And it sets up on a lot of stuff like Scizor, sets up on Staraptor, blocking a Brave Bird, Virizion kind of. Mainly my main setup target is Scizor, because I think he's probably going to ring Scizor for my Aerodactyl. But, yeah, just Dual Dance Lendy, my win con. This is creeping a... what am I creeping? I believe I'm creeping something. I don't remember, though. Like, I think I'm aggressively creeping something, but I don't remember. But definitely was there for a purpose. Yeah, Volt Beam. Yeah, this looks good. Mute, Cheelon Mute, Full Play, Ice Beam, Willow Roost. This is just enough speed for Lando, so I can outspeed like an SD Lando and bop it with the Ice Beam, so it can basically never sweep me. And yeah, it's just a nice fat Mew. This is my main Linoon check, because if you look at my team, only thing I can live a hit from Linoon is my Aerodactyl, and that thing's going to get pressured by his normal spam. So I wanted to have another thing to alleviate that. There's no way he's running max speed Linoon or above this. Probably could have been more safe and run 311, but I kept the spread right there, just in case if he wanted to aggressively creep me. But Ice Beam, Foul Play. Foul Play does a lot of Staraptor, stuff like Scizor, if it tries to set up on me. I have Willow for the Scizor Roost. So yeah, this is basically the best. I think this is my the best Mew set. Just my Linoon check, and I could just blow it away with the Foul Play. And his team does not appreciate Will-O-Wisp. If he does not bring Flinches, he has no way to heal off the burn. So yeah, Willow Mew is really solid. So yeah, let's go into my next mod, and that is our Mama Jolt, Shuca Berry with Poison Jab, Ice Beam, Stealth Rock, and Earth Power. Just nice fat Nidoqueen. I believe this thing is really nice to check the Florges, and he doesn't have great checks of this because yeah, Rotom takes a chunk from Poison Jab, and even without an attack investment, I can tweak it with his Florges. So this is definitely my check to Florges. If you look at my team, I don't have like anything to really hit it. No, I have like Iron Head on my arrow, which I thought about bringing for to do more damage to Tyrantrum as well, but I didn't do that. But yeah, definitely my Nido, and I need this thing just to check Lando. If it's at +1 speed, I could take any hit and blow it away with the Ice Beam. Yeah, so basically with this team, I don't think he can get a +2 off. I don't think he can get a he can either get one Sword Stance or one Rock Polish, and neither can sweep me if I play well with it. So yeah, and with this investment, I can take 2 defensive Flare Blitzes from Arcanine. So yeah, just really solid thing, and I could take 2 Banded Hits from Tyrantrum as well. So need this definitely for Tyrantrum. I'm not gonna let my Rock Resist die like last week, but yeah, just Nidoqueen's a nice mod in this game. Definitely my best rocker. And if you look at my team, it's a little bit annoyed by Rotom. And yeah, next mod I'm bringing is my Serp, Subseed. Nice busted Serp here. Look at his team. He doesn't have a good check to Subseed Serp at all. I can always sub up on Rotom, and I can beat down stuff like Arcanine. I can beat down like Florges, and just get general. He doesn't have a good Leech Seed resist. I don't think Verizion's gonna come. I think that's the mod I think is least likely to come, probably, or like Golem, Graveler. So yeah, I think that's definitely that. But just Subseed. I want this to pressure out the Rotom. Mainly just because Rotom's a huge annoyance, and every time it tries to defog, I want to punish it. But every time I set up rocks with fucking hell, what the hell? Every time I try to set up rocks with Nidoqueen, I want to punish it with going into Serp and just being really solid. Just Subseed again, it's good. Yeah, basically that. And my last mod is my Staraptor check. Basically Mega Arrow. Pretty good versus his team. He doesn't really have great switch into that. And it's my probably my best Azelf check. Definitely I have the pursuit for that to trap it. Something like a Scarf Azelf, after my Mew gets weakened, it can definitely be a problem. And my Mew's gonna get pressured this game to check the Linoon, because I know he really loves Linoon, and yeah, it's a really good ring versus me. So yeah, Stone Edge, Ice Fang, Pursuit, Roost, definitely my best set. And just EVs to take on Staraptor. in yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. My Azelf check and my Raptor check. So just good mod in general. I thought about having Fire Fang over Pursuit, but there's no way I'm ever staying in versus Scizor, and I don't want to take damage with Bullet Punch when it's my only check to start after. So yeah, that's basically it. And let's get into the game. I feel very confident with this team, and hopefully this team can pull through. Basically, I don't really have a guaranteed game plan, but this team kind of just rolls by itself. And my main way to win is either with Serp or Thundy. So yeah, I'll see you guys. And if he brings like a fat team, like Arcanine, Fat Rotom, Florges, then Thundy just eats that alive. So yeah, very confident in this team, and let's see how well we'll do in the battle. So peace. Okay. All right, we are back with our game versus that. All right, we are back with Less Loud, but we are taking on Andrew RB15 and the Cincinnati Bengallades. Like I said, check him out in the description below. And looking at his team, he brings Lando, Mega Scizor, Alolan Graveler, Azelf, Lanoon, Staraptor. Definitely 5 months expected. Definitely did not see the Alolan Graveler coming. Pretty interesting bring when it doesn't really check Thundy. I'm pretty sure he was Spadef, and a +2 Gigavolt just does a chunk to it. So, and my whole team pressures it. So I don't really agree with that bring, even though it's kind of funny. Nice Alolan Graveler, but yeah. Looking at his team, I think that's going to be like a Z-move or Yachi Lando. That's what I mostly saw in my mocks. With the Alolan Graveler, I think that might be his rocker. I don't know. But Scizor, I'm not sure. Looks like to be the win con in this game. Like SD, stuff like that. Alolan Graveler, Thundy? I don't know. At this point in the game, I did not know what it was going to be. To be honest, I didn't even know what typing this thing was. I had to look up in the game if it was rock, or ground. But if it was ground type, then I think that would have been a pretty good bring to check my Thundy. I mean, better than it already was. Doesn't really check Thundy, but Azelf, probably Scarf, I think, and Graveler being the rocker. It could be also rocks, Azelf. Definitely win con in a double normal spam just to break my Aerodactyl down to win. But yeah, my best lead overall versus team I think is Mew. If he leads off with anything, I can basically stay in and fire off a Foul Play or a Wisp. So yeah, that is definitely my play. I lead off with a Rizimu, and he leads off with Azelf. So this shows me to be a lead set with rocks, or it could be Scarf. But either way, if he is Scarf, I will be able to take if he U-turns, I could take the hit. You know, his most probable play is go into the Scizor, and I got my Infernape in the back to chew hits from that. So I'm not too worried. But if he stays and goes for rocks, I can trap that. So yeah, very very nice turn. And I definitely did not want my Cheelon to be knocked off or exploded on. Definitely like knocked off, because if I lost my Cheelon, then lining was a huge problem. So yeah, I stay in, and he goes for taunt, and yeah, predicting like my Will-O-Wisp or my rocks. So yeah, definitely good play on his part. But I am able to trap that thing, but he does stay in. A good play on his part, and he shows to be fat Azelf. I saw this in one of my mocks. So this is a fat leftovers Azelf versus a Bronson. So before I go on with the battle, I want to shout out Bronson for helping me with the mock, and who else helped me? Blake. Blake helped me with the mock. So shout out to them. I want to keep remember. I always forget to shout out people who help me with mocks. So just shout out to them. They're cool guys. I'll link them in the description. So yeah, Bronson brought this fat Azelf set, but I'm able to, if he does stay in, I will be able to kill it. If he does not, I will be able to get. He doesn't have a rock resist, so I can get damage on everything. And he is in range. He should be in range of a Stone Edge. So after leftovers, so this is very good for me. And he goes into Lando as I miss Stone Edge, which definitely sucks. I didn't really calc how much that would have done, but if it did around like 4, I'll probably link in the description the calc. But if it did like 40 or something, then that definitely mattered. But if it did like 30, if he was like a fat Lando, then I guess it didn't really matter. But as you see, he is Yachi Berry, and I do go for Ice Fang, and yeah, I flinch him, which really, really, really sucks for him. Definitely, I don't know if it turned the tides in 100% in my favor. Still felt I was like an all-right position, because I still could have gotten my rocks up. I still could have played around the Staraptor. Stonehenge would have done a lot, but I still could have played around a Scarf Raptor, I think. But it would have been spooky. I still had Mew to check it decently well. So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, that miss sucked, but if I hit the Stone Edge, I think if he comments, then just tell me your set, I guess, or DM me your set. I don't know, but I'll calc it myself, and I'll put a link in the description. I'll ask him. I'm sorry, but how much the Stone Edge would do, but definitely sucks. I'm sorry about the flinch, but it's just Pokemon. So I'm able to kill his Lando T next turn, and my arrow gets a kill. It goes on the Linoon, and pretty easy switch into my Mew. I can take any hit. If he is actually, I don't think he's gonna be speedy enough. Enough speed for my Mew. I think he might creep for my a max speed Mega Scizor, but that's the most I think he'll creep. He'll lose too much bulk, and he's 4-star and Jolly if he's if he creeps that high. So I don't think there's any way he's gonna bring that. And yeah, I just click Foul Play because it could take any hit. And yeah, but he actually clicks Return, which he clicks Shadow Claw Return. Don't really agree with that. I think because he still would have put me in range of rocks if I wasn't Cheelon. If I was really fat, and yeah, I don't really agree with that play. But I don't get any damage on my Mew, which is great, and I get rid of the Linoon, and now it's looking really tough for him to win because I still have my Arrow healthy versus a Staraptor, and yeah, it's looking good. And he goes into Scizor as I Wisp right here, which is good for me. Just could have been a bit risky if I missed the Willow, but I didn't miss, which is good. But I probably would have. I don't know. I think I probably would have gone into Ape or something, or Thundy. But luckily I did not miss. But right now he's kind of forced to switch out, and yeah, I make the pretty aggressive play and foul playing. I didn't really see him staying in when I had an Ape and a Thundy. This is obviously Scarf Raptor. I 100% expected that in prep because there's no way he's bringing Bandit Raptor when I have a Serp, which kind of throttles his team. So, yeah, I catch him with the foul play, and I catch him with the foul play. I think he definitely expected my Ape or my Thundy to come in. And after an attack, my Thundy would have died to a double edge. So, yeah, I definitely understand that play, but I could also double Willowed there, but I wanted to catch an Azelf if he wanted to come in. So, yeah, I do get the damage on the Staraptor, which is nice, and I just sack off my Mew. Just, if he got a crit on my Aerodactyl, then that would not have been pretty. So, I kind of just would have lost to lost, but I would have lost a lot of Monster Raptor. And I'd be in a much tougher position. So I just sack off Mew. It didn't really do anything because Scizor could just do a lot of damage to it. Could set up on me if he was Swords Dance. So I just sack it and just get a free switch in my Arrow and get the pursuit off on it. And that's a dead Raptor. Now Serp is looking really good. And yeah, I did bring in the Alolan Graveler, and I go into Serp. This thing can't really touch me. Goes for the Earthquake, and yeah, this thing should just die to Leaf Storm, but he chews that. He swallows that. He absolutely swallows that, and he does a lot of damage to my Serp with the Stone Edge. So definitely a spit off Graveler. Like I said, it was a decent bring, but I get 2 boosts. And I think what I do right here is he goes for the U-turn, and I just go for the Leaf Storm just to be safe, and I just go into Ape or Thundy. This play was bit. I could have done something different right here, but I go into Ape. I did not go into Thundy. If he went for a U-turn, then I would have been in range of a max special attack Psychic, so I did not want to do that. And yeah, Ape was just a safer play. And if he even if he did U-turn, I just go into Serp and I sack it off. I trap with Arrow, then I win. So that was just a more safe play if he went for that. But yeah, that was basically it. So it was just a more safe play. I could have maybe saved differential if he just went for the bullet punch, but because I would have won 5-0. But yeah, I'm looking at a good spot right now. And yeah, he just goes for the bullet punch. Could have, like I said, I could have went into my Thundy and won, but that was a bit risky when I didn't really know his Azelf set yet. I knew he was like a rocker, but he could have been max special attack Psychic, and I wanted to live that with Thundy just in case if something weird happened with Arrow. So yeah, that was definitely my best play, and I can get damage on Azelf either way, just to put it in range of my pursuit 100%. So yeah, I just sack off my Serp right here. Doesn't really do anything because of rocks and BP. And yeah, in Arrow traps this in basically Ape or Thundy win because the Scizor is burn. Yeah, that's basically it. So that's basically GG to Andrew. Like I said, sorry about the hacks. Definitely the game would have changed if there was no hacks. So yeah, I go into Thundy because I wanna give it a little bit more kills. I want it to be in the MVP race, so yeah, I could take any hit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I just kill it with the Gigavolt Havoc, and we do beat Andrew 4-0 in a pretty hacksy game. I'm not sure if the hacks would have, I would have 100% won. It would have been much closer, but it definitely did suck. It could have went either way, I think. But if my Arrow did die, I would have definitely prioritized rocks to get versus the Staraptor. And yeah, I would have prioritized rocks versus the Staraptor. I can speak, I swear. But yeah, I would definitely prioritize rocks versus that. And yeah, it definitely would have been a different game. Definitely. And he did kind of tilt as well, which sucks, but it happens. But GG to him. He'll definitely bounce back. He's a very good player. And yeah. So next week we are taking on my very good friend Choice CJ in the Baltimore Orioles. So yeah, he's a very good guy. So yeah, I'm very excited to play him. He's a really nice team with like Zygarde, Bulu, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time for week 4 of the UBC. Yeah, that was cringe. I'm sorry, but yeah, see you guys. Peace.